Hey guys, this is your first FIFA Club World Cup semi-final preview. The second video will be dropping tomorrow, covering the game that's obviously going to garner more attention between Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid. They are the top two in the market. And this game we're covering here between Fluminense and Chelsea is seen more as a game as to who will go on to the final and just lose to Paris Saint-Germain or Real Madrid. I think that's somewhat disrespectful, especially to Chelsea, given the fact that they turned up in the same situation a few years back and ended up upsetting Man City in a Champions League final. So anything is possible. You have to be in it to win it. And these two teams will be trying to be in it. So we're covering the games here because we said that we would be doing that on the quarterfinal show over on the Soccer Gambling Podcast. We want to drive traffic to this channel. We want as many subscribers as possible because we will be dropping loads of short form content between now and the start of the season and loads during the season as well, including free plays. So be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel for all of your future content. And as I said, it's going to be short form content. This is going to be a quick analysis of tonight's game. And then we're going to do the same for the game, as I said, that's going to garner more attention. Paris Saint-Germain versus Real Madrid, which is seen as kind of the final. A lot of people are looking at that and saying, right, the winner of this will go on to beat either Fluminense or Chelsea, but both these two teams will be trying to stop that narrative from being a fact. So we look at the odds here where Chelsea are available at 7-10 on the money line. It's 14-5 on the draw, and it's 9-2 here on Fluminense. Chelsea are the 1-3 minus 300 favourites to qualify for the final, with Fluminense priced up at 5-2. So I think we're going to see a very definitive pattern of play here. Fluminense will recognise that Chelsea are the better team. And even though they do play a solid Brazilian brand of football, which is attacking football, you probably don't want to go all out and do that against Chelsea or any of the top European clubs, because going toe-to-toe with them would be a mistake, and they will end up beating you because they have better quality in their sides. Now, that wouldn't have been accepted as a fact 10 or 20 years ago, but it is a fact nowadays. Brazilian clubs cannot compete with the European clubs, the top European clubs financially. They are somewhat of a feeder system for the European clubs. The way it usually works is top Brazilian players, if they're exceptional, they'll be signed immediately. Otherwise, they may go to the likes of Porto and Benfica. And if you can succeed in that type of league, then you might be signed on for a top European side, a Premier League team, or maybe even Real Madrid or Barcelona. That's just the way it is. So if you are primarily a feeder system for European clubs, you're not going to fancy your chances of going toe-to-toe. So Fluminense here are going to have to come up with a different game plan. And that's going to be sitting in, trying to implement a low block and trying to win this game off counters in transition, via set pieces, or capitalising on a Chelsea mistake. One narrative that people are going to go heavy on here is the fact that Thiago Silva, former Chelsea player and Chelsea captain, will be playing for Fluminense here. He's had an incredible career. It's incredible that he's still going, and it's even more incredible that he's still playing at a higher level and has been one of the better players at this tournament. That's why we're going to lean towards the under here. I think it's going to be a tight and cagey game. Knockout games are tight and cagey anyway, but I think even more so at the semi-final stage. It's more painful, I think, to lose at the semi-final stage when you're one win away from the final than actually getting to that final and playing in that huge occasion itself. So both these two teams, I think, will have an element of caginess about them, and therefore I don't see 3 goals being scored, and therefore I see value on under 2.5 goals here at 45 minus 125. Fluminense have seen 3 of their Club World Cup games so far go under 2.5 goals, with just 1.69 expected goals on average and 7.4 shots on target. So I believe we'll see more of the same here. They're facing a Chelsea side who last time out played Palmeiras, who are also a Brazilian team, and limited them to just 2 shots on target in the quarterfinal, even though that game went over. I think this one is going to be different. I think under 2.5 goals is the best way to play this. And we're going to take that as a lean here at the price of 45 minus 125. As I said, we will be back tomorrow for the other semi-final, the one people are mostly looking forward to, a mouth-watering tie between Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid, where many people believe the winner of that one will go on to win the tournament. And that's obviously the case with the books as well, as they have Paris and Real Madrid at the top of the market, with PSG currently the 4-6 plus 150 favourites to lift the trophy. That's it from me. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.